Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Pathologic Free. We just finished with day 2. We are now moving to day 10 for the first time. We had to go back to day 2 to alter the events that had us visit Simon's study for the first time, because when you enter Simon's study, every time you enter the study, everything is different. So we had to enter Simon's study for the first time on day 9, not on day 2. That allowed us to move to day 1, which we did. And if you watch if you watch my previous video, you'll see, or let's say you'll be able to figure out who Simon Kane really is. Anyway, let's continue the story. We are moving to day 10 for the first time. So the more days you are jumping into the future, the more amalgam you need, as you can see. This means we'll be losing a lot, but we can regain all the amalgam in 10-15 minutes, so that shouldn't be an issue. Iraida, so you've chosen to lay yourself completely bare to the inspector. Do you think he's on your side, or is there some other reason for such candor? I think no one is on my side here. The inspector will be back any moment. He'll ask what happened with Inquisitor Karminski on the 10th day. What will you tell him? Karminski was obsessed with impossible objects and paid for his curiosity about the street in the atrium. Wrong. The correct answer is you don't know what Inquisitor Karminski was doing, even if you think you do, even if it seems like he was being candid with you. That is the truth. You aren't aware of his true mission, so don't mislead anyone. Oh, so he wasn't sent there to save the town? Do you have any idea how many towns like that there are in our country? Hundreds, and we only have 17 Inquisitors. Trust me, the inspector cares about the fate of Inquisitor Karminski proportionately to those numbers, and the more you reveal about it, the clearer your own involvement will be. I am involved, but not the way you think. Alright. Day 10, in which the hospital is closed down. What? No, that can't be true. Alright, now I know that we'll be getting a lot of loot from the hospital. Note about the escape. To Daniil the doctor, things have fallen into place. Won't say I'm gonna miss your face. We agreed on a special promenade, and I'll tell you straight, the promenade is ready. It's today or never. Come to the place, you know which. If you haven't forgotten it, forget everything else, though leave it all behind. Bad grief. And scribble note from Burak. Call me anywhere. Today I'm investigating here and there. I'll tell you tomorrow. Fair warning. I may not return. If I don't return, I won't tell you, Burak. Alright. Got it. Alright. Okay, we are pretty okay with everything. Alright, now let's go down. Oh, we have a bunch of new quests. It seems this time the bull intends to destroy the entire house. It's wrong to think we'd become friends, alright? Calling a specialist, the kid Notkin wants to offer me work. When one of the children asked for my help last time, they almost killed each other. Breaking through quarantine. 3 days ago, I arranged with Griff to escape from the town. Either now or never. If he didn't deceive me, Griff fulfilled his part of the deal. I need to come to him if I'm still ready to flee. Okay. Griff runs his gang from Isidore's house. Any remaining business would be wise to finish before meeting him. Alright. Alright. A painfully familiar figure of a doctor waits me in still water.
Time is of the essence.
I've come to look you in the eye and you're not even averting them. I can't even see a single drop of shame in them. How's that, Dankovsky? Tell me, how can this be happening? What are you talking about? And he has the nerve to ask, you're a phenomenal creature, Dankovsky. Do you really not care about people at all? The changeling has killed Lara. Why is she still walking free? Why haven't you done anything? Do you really not give a damn? Do you think I'm not mourning Lara? Trust me, I've done everything I could. Absolutely everything. Lara can no longer be saved, but letting her murderer go free is blasphemy, desecration of her memory. What do you suggest? Killing the changeling by laying on hands? An eye for an eye, a life for a life? No. Yes, I don't know. Neither do I, Rubin. I don't know either. I've made my mind. I'm leaving. Where to? I can no longer work at the hospital. I can't see you every day, pretending nothing's happened, pretending the changeling hasn't killed Lara. I hope you'll feel better, Rubin. Take care. Rubin accuses me of letting the changeling escape punishment for Lara's death. Has he tried to punish the sea or the steppe? Dude, don't leave. You're gonna be sorry. Okay, I will need to recharge my prototype. So let's just do it now.
There will be no deaths while you're with us, right?
Sometimes I try to picture how all this sounds and I can't accept that there's only one ending, so many possibilities. Yet all of them have to pass through the eye of a needle. It feels like such a meager thought somehow. It's like someone's trying to force an ending on me, one that isn't the one that should be. You can feel the world flicker, can't you? How sometimes you can walk both sides of a street at once. I think it should be the same with the great decisions. Then what gives them value? What gives them weight if everything can be redone? Can you dance? A little, just waltz, and even that without love. They say Simon danced splendidly in his youth. A dance isn't just the body's grace, it's the mind's grace, and you still haven't learned to think like a dancer, Daniel. Because I'm not a dancer, I'm a doctor. I'm serious, you know. A dancer is light and not afraid to move in circles. What matters to him is how every figure in the whole moves, not the exact point where he stops. Like the smallest particles of matter, they're in a constant dance too. So to talk about particles, is Simon as well not one of your novels? If I'm looking for joy, I go to poetry, but this, yes, Simon. It's the journey, not the destination. That's what people say when they can't reach the destination they set. That's not true, and when you really begin to feel Simon's path, you'll know that. I feel it already. Alright, we got 50 amalgam from talking to
This house was built by Farkad.
Eva.
He wasn't as
Daniel,
daring a
wait, you
thinker as
really
the
don't
twins,
know about, well,
but he
death.
knew how to live into both the future and the past.
What would you like to know exactly? You know that to defeat your enemy you must look him in the face, right? Lift your visor and look him straight in the eye. If you're a knight, I know that, and I'm not scared of death. That does exist, Daniel. I truly, truly do believe that. Eva, give me your pen. Give me your hand. Did you want to talk about something? I did, but not with words. What is it? The fact that death doesn't exist. I don't understand what I see. I won't get anything else out of you. Alright. Oh god, what's this? Where did he go? Diary from the empty room. Correlates with the animism of traditional peoples and the natural perception of the non-living as living. However, even the educated part of the population is convinced that Cana is capable of working miracles such as resurrecting the dead, animating dolls, and instilling in people a certain fever that drives them. Sacred field is not the same as psychological field. Waste from the water tower must not be buried in the steppe. Worms, ordinary annelid worms, will devour it and spread it in all directions. This field is remarkably tenacious. Sometimes I stand over the tanks with this disturbingly brown liquid. I would never an animated bottle of taurine. The shape is characteristic and recognizable, elongated neck. The bottle walked on little hooves and sang to me. I need to talk to Kana about this. I hate you. Why can't you be like the wonderful Stamatins? Why do our creations always require a sacrifice? I would kill you if the diary entry is cut off here. Alright. There was a bull here, now there's a pepper bull. Yes, the tracks lead here. I've never been here before. What is this place? A woman lived here. She had a strange project. This is a strange place. It seems the bull isn't here. If only I could take the bull. I think I can picture how to fold it. You can't sneak up on people like that. Okay, I got the bull. What do you want? You managed to leave the room. That wasn't too hard. This place lacks a door. The Stillwater is a worthy house. It came out well. Still, it could use some rules, like the cathedral. Not the same rules, of course, its own rules. Without rules, spaces come apart at the seams like badly woven fabric. You can fall through these stairs and never come back again. What is this room? I've never been here before. This is Agatha's old study. She was one of the Onirotech engineers. She used to calculate structural system loads here. Such calculations require discipline, and Agatha did have it while she was working. But as soon as she left her desk, she became willful, even rowdy, almost like Andrei Stamatin. Her study must have caught it too, or maybe it's just missing her. What happened to Agatha? What happened to all of the Oneirotecs? Whatever, now is not the time for this conversation. I'm actually looking for Baccio. Do you know where he's gone again? A bull will always find grass. He must have smelled it here, broken in. He's a mighty one, however much you poke him with your needles. But if you munch on grass that's growing out of a tear in reality, it's easy to fall through. I saved this bull from a kitchen knife. I'll save him from a tear too. Tell me what I should do. Why do you think he needs saving this time? Never thought you could fall through to a better place? This is my bull. I need him for my research. I let him go if I were you. He's helped you with your science already, but I'm not you. If you're going to look for him, check the polyhedron. What does the polyhedron have to do with this? Why do you think the polyhedron makes sound in the wind? It only looks like it's made of paper and mirrors. It's really made of holes, of voids. And through these voids, the wind of time blows, howling. All roads lead to the eternal city. All tears lead to the polyhedron. I remember that perhaps I will have a chance to look for my ball in the polyhedron at some point. Okay, this is locked. Oh. Oh, okay. I forgot about this. Oh, nice. More loot. We have come in peace, oh esteemed Mr. Comrade Dr. Daniil Dankovsky. Speak up, he's probably deaf. People say he has trouble hearing. Hey, Big Lump, can you hear us? We have come in peace. There's no need to yell, I can hear you just fine. The chieftain sent us to you, esteemed Mr. Comrade Dr. Hiller, with a request. He told us to do it with all the respect we can scrape up. I'm telling you, he's deaf as a doornail. Hey, mister, blink once if you understand what we are saying. Shut your trap. You're ruining everything. We've been told to show respect. This is the first time the chieftain trusted us with a real job, and you are botching it. And by chieftain you mean Notkin? I told you, he's slow on the uptake. Say something new and he'll get it by snail mail. Damn, old age is scary. I don't want to become a wreck like him. Quiet, shush. Please be so kind and forgive him, Dr. Hiller. They sent Oscar with me by mistake. Don't listen to him. I feel for you. I hate group projects too. Chieftain Notkin expresses his deepest respect and says that he needs your assessment. We want you to assess a house. Which house are you talking about? We need you to assess a house as a doctor here to tell us that it's not sick. Is this another puzzle like the one with the dog on day 2? Who are you keeping caged this time? The chieftain asked me to assure you that we have the best intentions in mind and as a doctor healer, you will do the town a great service. The chieftain wants to turn a house in the crude sprawl into a shelter for the children we rescue from the tower, you know? Which children are you planning on rescuing from the tower? Did you even tell them they are in need of rescuing? This I don't know. The chieftain will be waiting for you by the house in the crude sprawl. He'll explain it in person. Dr. Daniil Dankovsky, can you tell him that we did a good job? We did, right? Yes, you did great. I'll be sure to mention. Alright. I think we can leave now.
I'd rather not hear this. I'm tired of this noise.
Alright. The crude sprawl. Okay, this is it. So this is calm. This is calm. This isn't calm. But I shouldn't be worried about this. Alright, I am following the tracks. And there's the exit. Alright, there's nothing to loot here. Okay. Oh,
Who can
this is Maria.
tally the number of drops in the sea?
Mirrors.
Who can tally the number of tears in this grief?
Look at the mirrors, but don't look in them. Optical instruments, the very concept of amalgam that creates a duplicate reality in our eye, hold the key to capturing memory. That's what my esteemed uncle used to say.
A time loop. Or
Oh, this is
a
Inquisitor.
tiny noose.
Which of the two, Georgie or Simon? Georgie more often than Simon. Uncle Georgie is a theoretical necrosophist. Uncle Simon is a thinker, but he cares about reasoning less than he does about sensory experience. And what did Daddy Victor say about that? I believe you were rather worried about his fate just a little while ago. Daniil, what an unexpected meeting. The surprise is mine. Maria and Inquisitor Karminski. You're being discourteous, Daniil. Lady Kena was explaining her family's experiments with the laws of optics to me. It's not nice to interrupt a woman, even worse if she's a researcher. I'm sorry. Will you allow me to listen as well? Usually, I'm the one to choose who deserve my company, and I don't tolerate outsiders being importunate. But oh, whatever. So, Uncle claimed that, contrary to popular opinion, the soul is not a solid entity, but rather a wave. And to keep it, what you need is not a box, but resonance. Optical resonance, however paradoxical that may sound. Visual memory is developed best in humans. That and olfactory memory, that's true. Indeed, the very first version of the polyhedron, which was small, less than a meter high, and held for 2 hours 13 minutes, used incense as well, so you are right. How did it hold up? I don't know the exact inner workings of the early versions of the polyhedron. I was too young, but I know that the central principle was and is optical. Memory is the part of people and things that lives not in them but around them, picked up by the close ones, perceiving them mostly by people. They are the ones who keep the world's memory, but there are some objects that are also capable of it, mirrors for instance, or more precisely amalgam. So does it capture memory, absorb it, or does it rather copy it, creating a new version? And what does amalgam even mean in your family's theory? I'm not sure. I was too young when the polyhedron was being built, and now father is no more. Uncle Simon is no more. Uncle Georgie is lost in his grief. Peter Stamatin is useless. I have to rediscover what they discovered on my own, and all I know are the basic principles. That's why I turn to you, Mark. I cannot do this without your brilliant mind. I talked to your Uncle Georgie. He's not so lost in his grief that he would hide his theories. It's rather the opposite. One more word, Dankovsky, and I'm pushing you. You'll never see me again. Are you ready for that? I've heard enough already. You're up to something, and I will find out. What. All right, we got another side quest. Who do I see? Maria Kena with the Inquisitor. That's someone I didn't expect to see together, right? Maria is behaving suspiciously while she's enjoying her promenade. I should visit her house and her household for her own good. This is not Kin, I believe. Do you take us for blind whelps, Notkin, or do you think these masks actually cover our eyes? Everyone knows this house is a plague pit. Go find some other fools to come live there.
What?
It was a plague pit, that's true, but it's over now. The people died and the sandpass left. It doesn't stay if it's got nothing to eat. The house is clean now, habitable. For your lot, it's the best option you have. Says who, your cat? We're about to ask Dr. Dankovsky. I brought him here as an expert. A few days ago I was locked in this house and was nearly burned alive alongside the infected dead. See, that's what I've been saying. You should listen to your doctor, Notkin. That was days ago. Now it's different. Do you ever listen? That's why I brought the doctor here, to certify that the scent pest was has devoured everyone and moved on. As reasonable people, we're treading the path of peace. We released Khan, we withdrew our guard from the hidden passages, we offered this safe house as a gesture of goodwill, but our respected former foes still find it hard to believe the purity of our intention. Why would dogheads need a safe house? Notkin keeps pestering us to leave the tower, says we'll have to, sooner or later, that the soldiers will flush us out and we can't put up a fight. The situation is heating up, he says, and he is not wrong, but like I said, some of your pack haven't left the tower for ages. When they are forced outside, they'll be like newborn puppies, smashing their noses against walls, trying to walk through them. I remember I was the same once. What I mean is they will need a safe and quiet space to adjust to reality. I found it for you, but you all act as if I'm trying to lure the dogheads into a trap. So you want me as an arbitrator? I need your authority, Doctor, to prove my point. I'm telling her the house is safe, and she won't believe me. You tell her she will. Khan respects the doctor, so we all respect him too. If the doctor goes into the house and says it's not a trap, we will take his word on it. Fine, I will examine the house. Wait here. Alright. Maybe I'll... Oh! That's a closed door. Nothing here again. I remember this house. It was terrifying. Unfortunately, there's nothing to loot. So, let's go upstairs. Oh, there is someone here. So many doors, so many rooms. Okay, there's mold, I believe. In there, let's talk to the changeling. Alright. Dear Dr. Dankovsky, I'm glad to see you in good health in these times of trial. Too many lovely people did not live to see the morrow. Alas, they did not. Have we been introduced? My apologies, I cannot remember everyone. Oh, a ruthless tumbleweed like me would never have been introduced to you, Doctor, but I heard about you. I used to live at the dump. My nickname is Good Mad. One of my fellow vagrants was taken to your hospital, and I have found a warmer place to spend the night. You have been sleeping in this house? How long? I know that this used to be an infected house, don't worry. We vagrants learn our life lessons. We know where the Reaper lies in wait and where you can find shelter. This is my second day in this house. I'm finally warm. You are taking chances, perhaps still are.
There is a God.
Well, hello, Doctor. I did all the work here for you. This wretched soul is healthy. The house is healthy. The whole block is healthy. I healed them all. I did it. I wish I had enough power to heal the entire city. Why did you tell me about your wonderful helper? I have to admit there were black tendrils of plague in this house. They encroached on the walls, made me scream when I saw them. She heard me scream. She came here and healed the walls, the house, the entire block, maybe even me. I don't remember when I last felt so strong and full of energy. Her powers never work in my presence. How do you explain that? I only hear about them from other people. You make this funny face when you are proved wrong. Wins all you want. You have proved that I was right standing before you. What is she saying? You do not believe in this miracle worker's power? Well, I can see where you're coming from. Science and fate are uneasy bedfellows. Alright, I need to examine you. You spent 2 days in this house. If the contagion is still here, you'd have signs of infection. May I? Why would I stop you? You, Doctor, are deeply respected by the vagrants of this city. Okay, wonderful. Please take off your clothes. Oh, wow. Okay. This is actually an examination. Extensive hematomas, they're several weeks or months old, no fresh ones. Asthenic, excessive thinness, no wonder with his lifestyle. Alright, the same. Alright. Abrasion and cuts, scarring completed weeks ago. Alright. No signs of scent plague detecting nor any other dangerous diseases, either healthy or infected recently. Alright. That's weird. The day before yesterday when I was locked in it, the house wasn't safe. I was almost crushed by the ceilings and almost killed by the plague. I must supervise the house is alright. I did that. I don't see any traces of infection and perhaps the disease truly left. No. Since yesterday a vagrant has been living in the house. If he's healthy, then others are not threatened. The vagrant looks as healthy as possible given his lifestyle. He himself believes he was healed by Saint Clara. The miraculous Clara supposedly cleansed the house of plague remnants through laying on hands. Alright. Now let's talk to these guys again. Are you convinced now, doctor, I won't be feeding you lies? No, sir. I'll tell you what it was like. Last night I was beaten half death. That's why I crawled here. I was in a bad state. I cut my feet on the shards here. And now look. I see these cuts are older than one day. Are you sure you got this straight? I am that sure. As I told you, the girl, the miracle worker, helped me. She helped this house too. Neither of us has the contagion. Plague cannot survive next to a real miracle. If only it was that easy.
Our quarrels are ended. Our friendship is mended, and if I should lie, of pox should I die.
You've been fighting so long, Doctor, that you distrust the light at the end of the tunnel, even if it's right ahead of you, but it is here. Are you so opposed to the Deus Ex Machina device that you would refuse salvation because of it? They say you were born when the plague began. You already know the Latin sayings, a remarkable achievement. With all due respect, esteemed Dr. Dankovsky, I did not catch what your opinion was. Am I healthy as far as science goes? You are healthy. That the house you spend the night in is safe. I am glad not just for myself, but for the science that can recognize a miracle. I am glad the two can be reconciled. I'm not keen on big words. I really should not be probing your soul. I can only serve as living proof. Tell me something else. Did you see the kids on your way here? See, I'm confused. Now I hear them in the street. Now I don't. Actually, I'm here on behalf of those kids. They want to occupy this house. They asked me to check whether it was alright. Is that so? Oh well, can't have too much of a good thing. I'm grateful I spent at least one night under a roof. Why leave? You are not ill. Besides, you have manners and composure. I think you could stay. The children would need an adult's help settling in. The local kids do what they want. They are hard to argue with. Perhaps if you put in a good word for me, they could allow me to stay. God bless your kindness, doctor. Don't mention it. Alright. Now, let's check that mode, because I don't think I don't think the changeling healed the entire house. Alright. This is the exit. Okay, I need to test the sample. I need a mobile laboratory. There should be one somewhere around here. Oh, come on. Infected, infected, infected. This is gone. Oh, come on. Okay, there is no... Oh. Maybe I'll find one here.
Misophonia, Dankovsky. Forgot that there's so much of the world. You're too high-strung.
Dr. Dankovsky, lost. Honestly, you're impossible to catch. I've been trying to track you down since early morning, and everywhere I go, it's like I'm a step behind, like the paradox about Achilles and the hare. As ever, I'm pressed for time. Go on. You didn't run after me for nothing. I've been ordered to inform you that Maria Kina is waiting for you at Bridge Square, in the inner courtyard of the Crucible. Please come quickly. Is that so? Well, I should like to see her myself. Alright. This is just incredible. I don't find a mobile. On this fine day, a pair of masked children decided to burn each other and potentially the entire town. Nope, there's not a single mobile laboratory. Oh. Nope. Oh, there's one here. Finally. Dude, come on. Oh, I can analyze this. This is ordinary black mold. It causes several serious respiratory diseases. It has nothing to do with the sand plague. Oh, thank God. A paper toy left at the site of an infected bull's disappearance. After extensive analysis, it turned out to be just an ordinary paper toy. Ah, alright. So, malicious coating has struck the second floor, but this doesn't look like ordinary plague manifestations, mutations, just that. Aspergillus, ordinary mold, has appeared in the house. When inhaled, it's dangerous for humans, 1,000 times less than plague condensate, and I found no traces of that. Alright, now let's go back. First, I think I can trade.
The town dribbles.
Alright, what do you have? Yeah, when you look to them, alright, going to buy this and this. There you go. What's this? There you go. Alright, I have to go here to have a bunch of quests. And it's almost the end of the day. Alright kids, what in the world are you doing here? Trying to burn the town down? Not a town, but I sure wouldn't mind smoking one douchebag in particular. Stay in my line of fire, Alec. Why are you firing at each other? I was the one who found these explosion tubes, and she wants to take them. Ah, I see. Children found treasure and are fighting over the spoils. Why am I not surprised? Please stop pointing those tubes at each other. You could lose an eye that way. It's all for our cause. These rockets aren't just for us, they're for everyone. I keep telling her we need to get them to the tower, arm ourselves and bring the fight to the soldiers. So that's what it is. I'm sorry, but fireworks are unlikely to make good weapons, children. The soldiers have rifles, real ones. But it says danger on the tubes. We thought that meant they were weapons, aren't they? Where did you get these fireworks anyway? The theater. Where else? In a crate on the balcony. The theater is a hospital now with plague victims everywhere. Are you completely insane sneaking around there? Besides, has a crate of fireworks really been lying there all this time? How did I miss it? I just have an eagle eye, nothing escapes me. That's right, Jackdaw. I found them, not you. Don't point them at soldiers under any circumstances. That will end in disaster. You won't be able to harm them, but they will return fire. Well, what's the freaking use of these fireworks if they don't do any harm? Fireworks are just for looks. Yes, they might explode when you light them, but you're supposed to launch them into the night sky during celebrations. Bummer, I thought we'd found the weapon. Well, it was actually Jackdaw's find, not mine. Why on earth did you decide you needed weapons in the first place? The soldiers want to capture our tower. What? No, I won't let that happen. You could at least put on a fireworks show and whatnot. Maybe that'll distract the soldiers. Me and Jackdaw got your attention, didn't we? Just make sure you don't blow each other's eyes out with a firework. Hey old man, our audience is upset. You won't get a show because of you. Go apologize or something. Apparently, there's a crate of fireworks in the hospital. On the hospital balcony. Alright. Oh, doctor, you're needed at the hospital. It's urgent. Who sent you? My brother, Yasha. I mean Yakov, a very important man, almost as important as you are, but local. Are you Little's brother? I'm Little myself. Isn't this the nicest last name? I just tried to come up with Monica's, but my brother and I are already set up. I agree, it's a wonderful last name, better than mine, and your brother is a good man. He is worried. It's evening and you're not at the hospital. What if something has happened? He said. Work stalled without you. I know, I'm coming. Okay, we got,
Why so jittery, Dankovsky?
Now let's get out of here. First, let's inform Notkin that the house is safe.
Boiling, cracking, screeching, living.
All right.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
Put
put my trust in
So,
Paul,
doctor, are you
Claw,
ready to
and
certify
Whisker.
before
Not
witnesses
you,
the state of
Drifter.
the house? Is it healthy or sick? We don't just want a yes or no, we want proof. Khan says to doubt everything. Grandfather Simon taught him that, so prove it properly, like an adult. I have made a conclusion that I can substantiate it. We're listening and willing to act on your word, whatever it may be. If you declare the house dangerous, the discussion is closed, as I promised. I examined a vagrant. I found mold on the walls and tested it. The plague mold, I knew it. No, common damp. It is easy to get rid of. So, what is your verdict then? Is this house a death trap or not? Don't be hasty. There was also a vagrant squatting in the house. So, has the sandpest taken him? No, he's clinically clean. That suggests the house is free of infection. I'm waiting for the final verdict. Look serious, everyone. This is a historical moment, the foundation of the peace treaty between the dogheads and the soul and the house. My verdict is this: the house is habitable. You may occupy it. On one condition, you let the vagrant stay. I want someone to watch over you. Him watching over us? That's some poor diplomacy, doctor. I trust you to look after the poor homeless sod. That would have sounded much nicer. Don't they teach you these things in your capital universities? We accept your condition, doctor, but we ask you to seal the deal like adults. Give us a paper that the house is ours to use. For soul and house, dogheads, and all the town's children without distinction. We used to have a place like that. We called it Nutshell. I'll ask Khan if we should name our new place in his honor. I will procure your paper. It is indeed a historical event. Permit issued to Chieftain Notkin and all willing children of the town, granting them permission for unauthorized occupation of the house at Crude Sprawl 17. After thorough inspection, the house was found free of the sandpest. In the house, it is permitted to play, run, jump, have fun, and keep animal house. It is forbidden to be mean, tattle, hurt animal house, or prevent any child from visiting the house, be they soul and the halves, dogheads, termites, young steppe dwellers, or undecided children. Henceforth, the house is named the New Nutshell, signed by Daniil Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff. Alright. I think I'm done here. Alright. Now let's move on. Oh. My mania is through the roof. Alright, I need to go to the hospital. That's the last stop I'll make. I will not have time to examine the patients. I mean, I'm not even sure how many there are. I guess we'll see.
What the hell?
Alright. Okay, they said that there's a crate on the balcony. Oh, this is reagent. I don't need it. Okay, I have a bunch of stuff, but I don't have room for it. What else is... yeah.
Superstitions aren't
There you
real.
go. I'm gonna drink one potion. What do you want?
Isidore Bura
Hello,
lent me
doctor.
2
Today
books,
we
a
have
medical textbook and the one with songs.
What's the opposite of
Should
full
I
house
return
in
them to
literature?
Artemy now?
This is what we have, the opposite. We have no patients, at least not the ones who would have the plague that didn't immediately kill them. How do you make today's vaccine? But there are some patients at least. Well, it turns out that your only patient for today is your truly. I already filled in the profile. What? Are you stupid? That's not good. Well, I'm stunned. Let me see the papers and discuss this in detail.
My head spins
You're
after
back,
I
Doctor.
visit
Then
the
we can still do
Stillwater.
it. I think we can. I
Like
have
I'm
found a
tipsy.
second patient. It means that we have the necessary minimum for the vaccine. You're burning the candle on both ends, Yakov. I see that you're working again when I explicitly recommend rest. I cannot rest when we finally have a chance. The patient is Kira, a woman of learning. She arrived on her own accord, not as a patient though, as a petitioner. Said she had some business with you. I noticed she had a fever and took a blood sample on the off chance. And yes, she has the plague. She must have a second diagnosis if she can still walk around on 2 legs.
Simon spoke to everyone, even me.
Okay, let's talk about the system. Symptoms. Can you list any? Slight shortness of breath. I noted it in my chart just in case, but it might be my imagination. I might have been exposed to some chemicals here or developed an allergy. I mean, I'm here around the clock. I sleep here too. Yakov, you need a proper examination. Alright, let's look at the chest. Nothing. Skin symptoms. Nothing. And nothing. Alright. So
Isidore Bura lent me 2 books, a medical textbook and the one with songs. Should I return them to Artemy now?
he has red eyes. Okay, red eyes. Yes, he also said he has difficulty breathing. Yeah, ichthyosis and low weight. Yep. Consumption or serpent syndrome. What's serpent syndrome? Infectious disease resulting from skin infections caused by the fungus Hyacinthum petassum. The disease starts with localized skin lesions, yes, that can later cover a significant portion of the patient's skin. Untreated cases lead to exhaustion, digestive system disorder, and damage to mucous membranes. All discharges from infected individuals are contagious, and patients require isolation and care with enhanced nutrition. Alright. Kira, where are you? I always prefer the logical approach, no emotions, no bias, nothing but analysis and hypothesis, which are then proved or disapproved. Do you agree? I agree completely. This is the whole reason I became a scientist. What troubles you? I have to admit I didn't expect to become a patient. I've just been diagnosed with sandpest. Thanks to your assistant. It's all so sudden. I had some different issue in mind when I walked into your hospital. What brings you to the hospital then? I am a teacher in a private house. My employer, Stakoviak, provides room and board. I arrived 6 months ago. A town that didn't have a school piqued my curiosity. I realized that I'm a stranger. I'm likely to misjudge the current events. I don't always trust my judgment about local happenings either. So, when the epidemic started, my employer was anxious like everyone else. We checked himself and the kids for symptoms, took the necessary precautions, stocked up on medicine, and then he just relaxed for no reason. Please carry on, I'm listening. All of a sudden, he started saying that the plague will pass over our house. At first, I thought he was just reassuring himself, but he sold all the medicine. Not because he needed the money, we are well provided for. Even now, my employer is a wealthy man. I asked him why he was so unconcerned about the plague. Well, not exactly. No point in keeping up appearances. I started moralizing, showing off my humble knowledge of biology, trying to persuade him that the threat persists. This riled him up. You had a fight with your employer? In the heat of the moment, he said that had I not been such an arrogant know-it-all, I could have strolled through the infected quarters that very evening without fear of contagion. Stakoviak implied that he was going to teach me, but I'd proved to be unworthy. Were those his exact words? Stroll through the infected quarters? Dr. Dankovsky, take the children away from his house. I know it's in your power. I have no idea what Stakoviak is up to. I missed my chance to find out, but I'm convinced it's something dangerous. He's risking his own life at best or at worst. It's likely that he put his trust in some folk remedy. Stakoviak is a grown man, master of his own life, but there are children in his house. I cannot leave it to chance. If you won't help, I'll bring it up with the military or the Inquisitor. I just thought I should come to you first. You've come to the right person. I'll find out what's going on with your employer. This is in my best interest. Thank you very much. I was counting on your support. In any case, I should examine you first. How long have you been feverish? Oh, patients with intercurrent diseases. I've heard about your method. Do you think it's possible that I'm not one of them? Then I got the sandpest recently and will die in 5 hours like everyone else. We shall find out in 5 hours, earlier even. Kira, you are my last chance in the entire towns. If you do not have intercurrent diseases, we won't have a vaccine tomorrow. So, if your assistant is mistaken, the town is doomed. This is terrible. Concerning the fever, I have it since morning. I need to examine you, the sooner the better. We need to make sure that we can make a vaccine with your blood. Okay. She has severe pallor and red eyes. Spots. Oh, she also coughs. Wow. Alright, legs. Nothing here. Alright. Red eyes. Severe pallor. Cough. And I think that's it. Acute bronchopathy. Alright. Okay, I think we are done here. Alright. End of the investigation. I hear some crows have built a nest on the roof. That's a bad omen. There's a crate marked explosive. Danger up on the second floor right next to a lamp. Were you aware of that? Oh, that one. I thought it was yours. Never even looked inside. I figured it was nitroglycerin for treating high blood pressure, the usual. It's full of fireworks. Please move them away from the fire. The last thing we need is to burn down the building. Oh, I love fireworks. It'd be great to. I'd, I'd be great to have a fireworks display in town. Just get a lamp away from them and let your colleagues know to be more careful for starters. Okay, we got a new degree idea fireworks. Alright. We are done. I think we can return. Alright, it's this way. Alright, let's see if our diagnoses were correct. Number 33 reporting. I brought the report on today patients. What became of after your prescriptions? Please review them. Thank you, 33. All diagnoses are correct. The town will receive an effective vaccine at least for today. Protocol 10. Vaccinate the population with the experimental emergency command drug. Alright. So I can remove this and replace it with number 10. Yeah. Minus 300. Yeah, I could do that. Fireworks. Alright. That's it. I'm going to wrap up the episode here. We'll continue next time. We're going to restart day 10 because we did not solve the quest with Maria Kena. Thank you everyone for watching and see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.